Hello and welcome back to another day in the arena. It's me, it's CGB. Thank you for coming over to the official Magic the Gathering Arena YouTube channel. Remember to hit like and subscribe for more deck techs and fun Aetherdrifty brews. Today I am playing an Izzet graveyard deck built around Push the Limit. This is a 7-mana sorcery that returns all mounts or vehicles from the graveyard to the battlefield, and it crews and saddles those cards and gives them haste so that they can attack that very turn. With a built-up graveyard, a garage full of vehicles, if you will, we'll be able to attack for a ton of damage out of nowhere and end the game. This, I don't usually get into personal stories on this channel, but this deck has a little personal story. I'm getting to that age. Some of you know what I'm talking about. We all reach that age where the childhood friends that we have start to reach out again. We don't know how we drifted apart. Life happened. We went our separate ways. But those people tend to reconnect at a certain age to try to remember the good old days. And recently I connected with a friend of mine, and his name is Forrest, and he's out there somewhere. Forrest would go to PTQs with me on those long overnight road trips, listening to all kinds of fun music. They know what I'm talking about. It was the boys. The boys would get in the car and go to the PTQ. Win, or lose, or draw, we would always have a great time. And so finally reconnecting with Forrest, this deck was shared with me. And thank you also to Josiah for reconnecting us. Yeah, this is the deck that Forrest has been playing in Best of One Standard. He's a big fan of it. So I said, you know what? Let's feature it on the channel. Let's give some love to the old crew. Crew vehicles. You see what I did there? And I really do like it. I think that it's a very fun way to play, and we'll show it off in the games. There's all kinds of vehicles that have been somewhat forgotten in the format, such as the Magmatic Galleon. That's a removal spell attached to a 5/5 vehicle that also makes treasures. Fear of Missing Out gives us ways to dump cards into our graveyard while also getting multiple attacks when we have Delirium. But then there are the new Aetherdrift cards, and there's plenty of them here. Thopter Fabricator, Clamorous Ironclad, Boommobile, Possession Engine, all of them vehicles with really cool effects. The Ironclad you can cycle into the graveyard to rifle through your deck. The Fabricator gives you more Thopters while you're doing that. The Boommobile goes boom. You'll see. Trust me. And of course, Possession Engine is another interaction piece. The deck is highly interactive. In fact, it plays most of the game like a control deck, using Pyroclasm, Ill-Timed Explosion, and Torch the Tower to keep those pesky red decks from messing with us, all while setting up Push the Limit for the epic graveyard win. Don't believe me? Watch the games. Let's dive in. Let the nonsense begin. Amplified. Yeah, I mean, these hands keep having Pyroclasm, so I will keep keeping them. There's always some little aggro deck just ready to ruin your day. Here comes Marauding Mako. So come on. On the draw is tough. Definitely in the bin with the Boommobile. Definitely don't need another one. What we need right here is another creature. Oh, no, not that one. That one has 3 toughness. Oh, no. Oh, no. Oh, it's going to get difficult, but we're going to have to pyro the Mako right away. But now they still have Fear of Missing Out. 2-mana, 2/3, man. Busted. I remember Graders. It was busted. They could have attacked first. They didn't attack first. They wanted that discard. Weird. Okay. They're showing us Jeskai. If we blow up a land, it gives them Delirium, right? But what if they don't have another basic? Well, my choices are pretty limited to Demolition Field or good old-fashioned Fear of Missing Out. Boommobile, you're going. An island. Well, we can cycle this Ironclad. I, too, am a partaker in FOMO, like many of us these days. Team Core Scholar. So this is probably the Jeskai Monument deck, but at the least it's like Jeskai Oculus in a lot of cases. But it could just be all the cycling creatures. They have the Mako. But there have been a few builds of Jeskai lurking around lately on the ladder. No attack. It could have had double attacks, but I could have just blocked it twice and killed it. I still might have done the first attack to see if I had the guts to block. But I think they were afraid of a torch to the tower. And if I saw a basic in their graveyard, I 100% demo field. As it is it an ill-timed explosion or a properly timed explosion? I thought they might take it. Okay. We only need to deal 3. So that can be the Fabricator, and then we can dump one of these lands we don't need. And keep the Galleon to take out the next threat. Which is probably an Oculus. Well, I honestly don't know if they play Oculus, but I'm always going to be ready for one. Oh, this is an Oculus. You can tell when they touch their graveyard, it's the Oculus. Which means they are going to get to Manifest Dread once before I kill it. Don't like that. This is also usually a deck with Helping Hand, so they can get it back. Oh no! Wow, they have the land and they get the extra counter on it, which turns out to be super relevant. This is a disaster. Oh! Can I deal 6? I don't know if I can deal 6. We have to draw the right card, don't we? We sure do. I also think we play this land and keep... We might draw a torch to the tower, so... Ooh, 7! I love it here. Out of there. All right, they had a Mako. Let's see if they can get it right back and do this again. Dude, they're doing it. Look, they're doing it. Okay, can they also draw cards here? No, thank God. So it's still a 5/5, and they get this, whatever this turns out to be. Can't play around with Spell Pierce. Bang. Okay, hanging. The problem is, once we get up to 7, then we need to draw another Push the Limit. But what if we do? Never didn't have it. Oh, this is it resolve. It happened. But they have. So this is 5. Q. Your face. Seems good. Push the limit. And look what you might find. Amazing. The Mighty. Good name. Can't wait till I can get that title. We got a Pyroclasm, so I think we just keep it. Trust that we won't get completely overrun. A second Pyroclasm? I think not. We're going to need to draw enough lands to actually cast ill-timed on time either way. This is, unfortunately, a signal to them to hold back a little bit. Oh, hello. What do you think? Do we just hit him with a Clasm right now? I think I let him make more creatures. That's what I think. So let's drop off this Possession Engine. Yeah, showing them a Pyroclasm, they're like, Look at them trying to figure out my plan. You don't know my plan. You'll never know my plan. But yeah, if I'm in their seat, just like surveil a Pyroclasm. There's either no lands in this hand or I am desperate. Okay, that's it. Interesting. Zorch. Cool. What you got that you didn't play last turn because you had 3 mana last turn? The answer is nothing. I love it. Keep it up. Okay, the Kiora is pretty good. Kiora gets us through some of these lands we don't need. Also 7 cards in graveyard means we attack and make 8/8s potentially. Ill-timed is more cards and potential sweepers. We keep it. I think they're playing a Bright Glass Gear Hulk deck, and we might see that Gear Hulk right here. So be ready. Aetherdrift emotes for the win. See? The rope comes out on what must be a big turn for them. And wow, it's what I expected all along. Amazing. How could this happen? What's going on? Dude, they thought so hard and they still didn't know what they were getting. All right, they found it. Soul Guide Lantern. Nerf my graveyard. Seems good. That's fine. I guess I'll just discard the push it to the limit or something. That would deal 7 to everything. Crazy. I'll make an 8/8. How about that? You want that? Big blocks. Love it. Okay, so they have the Reliquary, so they need to sack something to exile this 8/8. We could let them play more stuff before we ill-timed them. And just put this FOMO out there. I don't know. I'm just going to do it now. Why let them give the traction, right? Now we just have Roaring Furnace. We can just Furnace this thing next turn. I'll just decline. Cards are good. I like cards. They're my favorite, quite honestly. The Galleon can roast that Gear Hulk. And I can have a nice big vehicle. Remember, they've got the Lantern, so our graveyard strategy isn't likely to work out. Okay. That must have been really tough for you. That ward is going to be a pain, but I guess Furnace or Ill-Timed can deal with it. Well, they didn't push it to the limits live. If this goes away somehow, maybe they'll just draw a card. I don't know. The Pixie to get back what? The Lantern. And then play it again. Kind of seems crazy when you have a Gear Hulk, but what do I know? All right, now they're coming for the vehicles. So what are these cards? When they didn't have any earlier plays, and they could have been holding the Pixie. There could be another Gear Hulk here, but this one has Ward. That's a pain. Let's just blow it up. Blow them to smithereens. We're never going to get a good graveyard play. So we can discard push it to the limit. It's not doing anything. Push the limit, sorry. Like this. Oh man, that Lantern lets them hold priority. Oh, get cozy. You gotta get cozy. Play this? Or do I just hold this? We've got a Reliquary right there. Like, what am I discarding? I need all of these. These are all very good cards for this situation to deal with all of their creatures. If they play another Gear Hulk, we can Roaring Furnace that thing and then start drawing cards. Duskrow's Reliquary only deals with an artifact or creature. Now look what they had. Oh my god. Crazy. Unbelievable. Okay, they have a District Mascot and a Paw Patch Recruit to try to put some pressure on me. Interesting choice, right? We can use it on my artifacts. So when do we knock this out? 5 damage to a creature. When one or more creatures are dealt excess non-combat damage, create a treasure. So I can play this and then play Furnace for how much? 3. 3 is not 4. So I need to go Furnace. All right, second Gear Hulk down. Let's see if they have a third one. You know, for fun. The Galleon. Bang. Big treasure. The crew on this is 2, so the fear of missing out can crew it, which is kind of epic for attacking with a 5/5, right? Okay, here come the little creatures. I'm another board wipe away from possibly getting into a winning position, but let's see what the opponent does. They get that scry. To the top, by the way. They like it. I'd only scry Gear Hulks to the top if I were them, but who knows? And they're gonna hold? They're gonna hold. Oh! Well, that silly lantern is still there, isn't it? Well, I mean, fear of missing out can discard that card. Ooh, explosion? Cleaning this up is probably better than the Galleon. They don't have any, they did keep on top. It's curious, but I think this is the play. Discard 2 cards. So this is 3. I think this damage is going to resolve before I can crew the Galleon, but I thought I might have to discard this one, so no regrets really. Huh? So I could have crewed this. Okay, well, I'm gonna miss 5 damage. Life goes on. I thought it all resolved at once. I have learned something today. And isn't that what Magic is all about? Always learning? I think so. And I like saving the Galleon for their next creature that they're going to draw here. Told ya. Told ya. I knew exactly what that was the whole time. Of course, they had their third Bright Glass Gear Hulk on top. If you play slow enough, you always draw the right card. Pop Hatch Recruit's going to be pain. And they got a Haywire Mite to deal with the Sauna. And they're going for that because they're afraid that I'm going to draw cards. But that means I do have a turn to deal with the Gear Hulk before they do the Paw Patch Recruit. I think they should have played the Recruit, but what do I know? Any Magic players? Hello? I don't blame them for not using the lantern. I wouldn't use it either. But I also wouldn't, like, look at it every turn as if something would change. All right. Only 1 left in the deck, guys. And look at our treasures. We're doing it. If you're missing out, draw a card. This was a really good top deck. Oh, they might use it to take me off Delirium? Okay. It couldn't get that trigger this turn, right? It has to attack for that to work, I believe. Yeah. So, here. Have a 5/5. Love it. And here's a Fountain Port, which is actually really clutch here because we have all of these treasures to sacrifice. So we can get a card draw engine going that they don't have. A good game. Okay. Because they have a Paw Patch Recruit with some Offspring. I mean, it's not over. They're gonna draw their 4th Gear Hulk. You know it. I know it. Of course that's true. That's a land. See? See? Everything's breaking for him. Let's draw. Okay, a Thopter Fabricator. Whenever you draw your 2nd card each turn, create a 1/1 colorless Thopter. I should probably not play this. I should hold it in case they draw removal. I can play it next turn and use the Fountain Port. I should also hold this for a discard effect if I happen to draw one, like a Seize the Spoils. I also drew a lot of lands, but you know, whatever. It's fine. All right, because we drew Fear of Missing Out, we play the Fabricator, then the Fear of Missing Out, and that will give us a card without a discard because it's our last card and a trigger. Now, it's gonna be a 6/3 Menace. Still think I'd rather cycle it, but if we do it on our opponent's turn, we can make another Thopter. This is crew 2 as well. All right. I go to 15. The vehicles are vroom vrooming. We're doing the thing. Off the top, it is. Yes, a land. I'm so happy. It had to happen eventually. They pulled all the 1-mana cards out of their deck. All right, we cycle. We trigger, make more Thopter. We seize. Discard land. Make more Thopter. Ooh, cooking. Yeah, we're really doing it now. Oh my goodness. All right, 4/4 flyer, 2/2, 3 cards in graveyard. What's that? What else is down there? Well, we're definitely binning that. It's not even a question. Unfortunately, we did not achieve Delirium. Boom. 10. Okay. Last chance. Yeah, Paw Patch Recruit, you silly bunny wabbit. Oh! Couldn't happen to a faster player. All right. Oh, man. Oh, do we kill him with Boommobile? They're still here. They want this, right? Do I have the mana? Bang? Eh? Yeah! Boom! I'm very happy. I'm happy with the ending of that game. It was actually a well-fought game, but you know. You know. Oh, if they play small creatures, they're getting toasted. I love it. Temple of Plenty. That's not a small creature. Torch the tower. Let's kick it with a Surveil. Fear of Missing Out. Sure. Can discard the Ironclad if we want to, or one of these Pyroclasms. If they play up a Beanstalk, this Pyroclasm's gotta go. Instead, they play Ozolith. The Shattered Spire. +1/+1 counters the deck. What does that mean for us? I think I'm going to play this Fear of Missing Out. The question is whether or not to discard a Pyroclasm. And I think we do. The Ozolith, for one thing, we already have one. For the other thing, the Ozolith thing implies that they're going to make big creatures, which won't die to Pyroclasm. Seize the Spoils. They really like these tap lands. There's the Brawler, already too big for Pyroclasm. I'm a genius. I think we light him up with the Furnace. Bang. Give him the FOMO. Hold open Cycling or Torch. Drawing Sauna, you have no max hand size. At the beginning of your end step, draw a card. Ooh, I like drawing cards. Prairie Dog. It's a 2/2. How does it get counters? At the beginning of your end step, if you haven't cast a spell, put a counter on it. Until end turn for 5. If one or more counters, we would put that many +1. Okay. That dies to Pyroclasm. Maybe we just want to set up a Pyroclasm here. They didn't use the Ozolith, though, and that's as a sorcery, so they have something. Right? Because they could have just tried to put counters on this, and they didn't. So what's going on? Let's try drawing. I do want my land drop. Didn't get there. Interesting call. Feels like we're charting courses. I mean, I really need the land. So do I dig for it? What if it's not red? What if this little prairie dog runs away with the game? I just feel like they have something. I feel like the Pyroclasm has a good chance of not doing anything because they didn't use the Ozolith. Like they might have Snakeskin Veil, right? They're thinking. What are they thinking about? Just take your 2. I mean, if you wanted any more evidence, they have an instant. It's there. Come on, Prairie Dog, you can do it. Yeah, take that damage. All right, let's try to draw another land. We got there. And I am going to hold. I'm going to wait. I got a bad feeling. But we can respond. See, they do this. Yeah, I just have this bad feeling about this. What's that? Put a counter on it. Boom. And Bro Red. And 6/6 lifelink. Ow! Oh my gosh, now it's a 6/6. That's too big. What's this do? 5. 5 is not 6. Crazy math, I know. Okay, how do we overcome? I guess we dig. That's one thing we do. Drop off this Galleon. Ill-timed explosion, but without the mana to play it. Let's Kiora up. Okay, what do we need in the graveyard? We need a land in the graveyard. And I guess I'll drop the Boommobile. Although the Boommobile's a 4. 4 damage to everything goes a long way with the ill-timed. I guess I drop the Seas then. And then we get double attack. I mean, not that it's particularly important. I guess I'll hold this back though. I'm at 14. I'm not going to race this. We can block with the FOMO. The Kiora making an 8/8 could be very relevant. Although this deck runs Shelter by Ghost, right? This has got to be one of those decks that Shelter by Ghost carried to Mythic. Has to be. There's so many of them. And a proper standoff with a Prairie Dog. Oh boy. What will they do? Ornery Tumblewag? It has to get saddled, right? And if it gets saddled, something terrible happens. That's my recollection. Ow. And they got a Bunny Wabbit. Okay. 2 Pyroclasms. Ill-timed for Pyro 2. Not really enough, is it? But we've got to try. I mean, we could Pyro these, but they'll kill Kiora. And we definitely attack with Kiora first. Hi, it's an 8/8. Let's give it a shot. Boom. Okay, we can deal 5, but we didn't hit the land, so we can't finish the job. So I think we just drop this vehicle and this vehicle and hope for the big kaboom later. Cycle this, try to hit land. Hey! Okay. Man, it's rough out here. It's really rough out here. These ornery tumblewags, I tell you. Only a 10-10, come on now. I think I take this one. Is that crazy? Block plus torch could kill this next turn if they don't Ozolith. Is that crazy? I mean, then we just lose to like a shelter by ghosts off the top. It's getting bad. It's only 35 to 14. Another ironclad. Cool. Let's go. Keep drawing me out of this. Wow, a land. How fortunate. Like, what am I gonna do? Not much. I could just keep these, decline the discard, right? And then play this in Pyroclasm and hope not to die. Okay. Good stuff. Stupid prairie dog. How am I supposed to beat this? Whoa. Yeah, good game. Yeah, nice. Thanks for the emotes. That feels good. That was awesome.